Welcome to the Power Chat series. Here we have your pre-show, the next tournament you're not going to want to miss as you mark your calendars. And I have the co-promoters. How you guys doing today?
Doing
Great.
good.
Like 67 here in Alabama. Super awesome.
Yes.
Nice. Well, of course, so we're talking about the 17th annual Birmingham Invitational Tournament. So down in Alabama, of course. Tell me a little bit more about where you are when it comes to planning ahead of the event. What's it looking like so far?
Well, we're about 20 minutes in a suburb on the outside of Birmingham, about 20 minutes from the Birmingham International Airport. So really convenient, nice upscale suburb. Our tournament location is going to be, it's a double high school regulation size basketball court. So we have a lot of space. And we also have lots of food trucks and great things like that to make it a fun event for the day.
Well, 17 years. Let's talk about the history so people can kind of get some of the groundwork of where we are now. So when did you first start? What brought you to decide to first promote the event?
So when we started the event, it was really very much a traditional tournament. It was for people that were a part of the organization that we belonged in at the time to give them a competing space. A lot of traditional organizations don't really go outside to compete. They always stay internal. And so we set this up as a way for our friends to be able to compete. And eventually we started inviting other schools to come in, but still traditional schools. As our children started, though, competing in the open tournaments and like the ProMac and NASCA circuits, we started to see the benefits of some of these newer modern divisions and newer modern scoring systems. And we started to bring that in as well. And then we opened it up to more and more schools. So it was kind of an evolution from this very small, traditional, closed space to something much more akin to what you see in the modern circuits.
And yet you're still holding on to the roots of kind of what brought you there when it comes to that. Tell me more about that.
Well, one of the things that we still hold on to is our breaking division. We still do creative breaking. A lot of sport karate now doesn't do that. And it's something that we've always done. And as a Korean style, it's something that we do a lot in our curriculum. And it's a division that everybody seems to really enjoy. We enjoy holding on to.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody is, practiced Korean, Taekwondo, I have a background in, there's always breaking, right? That's part of what you do, and maybe some of the other circuits, they're actually starting to catch on, right? I see Alex constantly posting about breaking,
Yeah.
and what's normal and commonplace for you, people are kind of coming on and becoming more excited about. So that's cool. In terms of the other divisions, though, tell me more about what people can expect.
We have traditional forms and traditional weapons, CMX forms and weapons with your creative extreme moves, point sparring, continuous sparring, flag sparring, and padded weapon sparring, in addition to our breaking as well.
Great. Okay. Now, so people know, obviously it's on the calendar. It's March 8th. It's a one-day event. What will the schedule look like for people day of, essentially?
Well, we'll start off with our adult black belts and our adult GUP divisions. And then we'll move into we'll have 3 different sessions, and our middle session will be kind of our younger crowd, our 9 and under, and some of our 10 to 13. And then our last session will be the rest of our teen kind of age group.
And one thing in that regard that we take a lot of pride in is staying on schedule. And if you ever promoted a tournament, if you ever organized, you know how difficult that is. But there was one year we had a competitor came up from Florida. And the one thing the dad said to me when he left is, "My God, we got to be home by dinner." And it's something that just shocked him and surprised him. So we're very proud about that we really do try to keep things on schedule and moving.
Yeah, that's impressive. By dinner is sometimes your people are eating in the stands a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they made at 9 a.m. for dinner. So that's saying to something. All right, register early and save. So tell me more about the urgency people should have now to scan the code and to register.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. So we have multi-tier pricing, as you see in a lot of open tournaments. Tier 1 is already done. Tier 2 is getting ready to wrap up here on February 1st, and then we'll go into standard pricing after that. And it really is help encourage people to register early so that we as promoters can make sure we have everything lined up, that we have enough medals, enough judges, and we want to make sure to give them the best experience possible. So having early registration really gives us the information to do our best.
And then that price range will go until the week of, and then we'll go to late registration week of the event.
Yeah, I think I saw some discussion on some Facebook karate board, one of the many, asking why do promoters, do pre-registration and why does it get more expensive as you go? Because you want the information so it runs smoothly, right? So you have everything. So it makes sense to me. Okay, great. So now your son also competes, right? Do you have
And our daughter.
And your daughter. So will they also be competing while you guys are running around promoting?
Well, I decided this year, because they are so well versed on NASCA, that I'm not going to let them do forms and weapons, which is what they do on NASCA. They'll just do sparring and board breaking because they don't do that on NASCA, and they want to be a part of it. But they'll also be involved in helping. Our daughter's 13, so she'll be helping with scorekeeping, and I'm sure that our son will be running around doing whatever it is we need him to do.
Yeah, of course. It's a whole family event that you guys are putting on. Okay, what are you most excited about for the competitors, for their parents to experience at your tournament?
Well, I would say two things come quickly to mind for me. I don't know about Will, but one is everyone just says that we run a well-run, efficient tournament with a pretty fair judging, and it's kind of a family atmosphere, again, because our whole family is there, and we have a lot of people that we've known. The second thing that I'm really excited about this year is that we're doing underbelt grands. We have custom rings. And for our black belts, including our junior black belts, our 13 and under and our 14 and 15, we are doing cash awards for grands for both forms, weapons, and sparring. So we're really excited about adding that for our black belts, especially. I think the underaged black belts kind of get left out in that a lot, where all the money goes to the adults. So we're excited about doing that for them as well this year.
Yeah, and having kids that obviously are competitors, and you kind of know that as well. So great. Underbelts always are, I feel like, as black belts, sometimes we don't recognize how huge of a platform or how huge you make up your tournament base. And it's great that we're going to be able to kind of take their competition to the next level, because I'm sure in your 17 years promoting, you've seen the talent of underbelts just like blossom over time. How have you seen your tournament in the past nearly 2 decades transform, as you said, modernize, you mentioned, but the people maybe that are coming to the event as well?
Well, I would say, this from the perspective of running the tournament, the operation, the introduction of Mad Action as our software base for that. We took a lot of inspiration from, shout out, Joey and Holly Perry. I mean, the way they run their ProMac tournaments is just phenomenal. The involvement of their judges and the care and compassion and professionalism they bring. We did the same kind of thing. So we're having like professional judges trainings, just like they have in the ProMac world. Looking at the day of organization of people like Ronnie Presley and Eric Rudolph, how they're able to just maneuver, all these different people and all these activities to try to reduce complexity and reduce problems is very inspiring as well. So I think from the back end, that is something that we've really, really kind of imbued into our tournament here, the lessons we learned from these giants of the tournament circuit world.
Yeah, when you talk about, even just from this conversation, talking about the sessions and efficiency, some of the things that we're always talking about when it comes to ProMac. And so I can definitely, even just from conversation and from examples, hear that inspiration is coming to fruition to what you guys are actually doing. One day, now this is not a ProMac affiliated event, but one day, was that something you would want to do?
I don't know. We actually have talked a little bit with Joey about potentially hosting another event here. So it's possible, or maybe a second event in the Birmingham area. Being so close, everybody says that we're just super convenient for the South, being that we're on 2059 and 2059 and 65 are just really easy for a lot of people to get to. We're close to the airport. So I'm not opposed to doing more events in the Birmingham area. One big goal I have in the long term is I would love to have an Alabama martial arts circuit. A lot of states have their own little local circuits, and we don't have that here in Alabama. And it's something that is a big goal of mine in the future, is to create an Alabama circuit so that we would have a local circuit that would feed into things like ProMac as a regional and then into NASCA as a national.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds really great. Cool. Okay. All right. So let's see. What else do we have to cover? We've covered location, obviously near the airport. There will be food trucks there. Is, as you said, easy access to food, or in the morning is, I don't know the layout or the geography of the area near the event of the.
Yeah, our hotels are near Waffle House, Applebee's, McDonald's, Wendy's, lots of food places, and then we will have a breakfast truck with coffee and muffins and stuff there for breakfast, and we'll have a full lunch trucks with also some dessert trucks out there. That's actually one of the things that our parents mention from year to year, is that we don't do like the regular hamburger, hot dog, pizza session. That we do bring in the food trucks, and that we have like Mexican trucks, and
It's cool food.
yeah, it's really nice food trucks, and they really enjoy that. And then our competition team will have like a snack table with like candy, chips, sodas. So you kind of have a full variety for that, and a lot of the parents just really enjoy that.
Yeah, especially because the parents are, of course, to feed their kids, but the parents are the ones sitting around and watching their kids do 8 different divisions. And they're like, I could go for a taco, not a stale slice of pizza, right?
Yeah, and iced coffee. I'll have iced
A
nice iced coffee can't hurt when you have to sit, for a long time at a tournament all day.
100%. I think those are things that, as parents probably, and have been doing this a long time, just pick up on the little things that make the thing go easier. Okay, so area registration, Mad Action, you said it is, right? If they don't have the QR code scanning ability. All right. Is there anything else prizes? A lot of different prizes for various ages and ranks. Anything else that I missed that you want to make sure we touch on?
We do have first timers divisions as well for those people who've never competed before. They're a participation division, so everybody will get a medal in there. So even if you've never done a tournament before, we'd love to have you come out and give us a try.
And I think a lot of parents appreciate that, because we often will get the statement, well, we're not sure, can we come watch? And by having this first timers division, we have this kind of tiptoe into the water for them that doesn't require them to watch and then go, well, I wish we'd have done something. So this way they can watch, they can get something out of the experience, but also perform and feel a little bit better about the next tournament that they have access to.
So I remember actually going to my first NASCA tournament, just going to watch by buying a spectator pass. What is the difference between a first timers division and the other divisions?
So first timers is participation. So they'll get a participation medal for each division they compete in. If they chose to do, like, let's say you were 6 and 7 and you chose to do 6 and 7 beginner, the difference is that we'll compete for the, first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So it's a more competitive division. I really suggest to my parents of my younger students that maybe don't know a full form all the way through, are super nervous, maybe they're brand new, to do first timers is kind of just a try it out and build your confidence. But if you know a full form all the way through and you're feeling pretty good about it, then I would go ahead and do the beginner division.
Okay. All right. Great. And any further information can obviously be found on your website, or people can maybe contact you through Facebook or something like that, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Facebook and Instagram, or the website's great.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys for coming on. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. I hope you have an awesome 17th annual event.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
All right.